the things which is there in my mind, I would like to say a few things. Please excuse me if I'll speak in Hindi, but I'll try to convey my thought process. When we are talking about the inclusive growth, I think we must think about the macro level and micro level. And when I am talking about the macro level, and when this forum is a World Economic Forum, I would like to start with the global scenario. The subject is, do we need a paradigm shift to address this type of problem? The way in which today we are thinking, is it not necessary to change our thinking process? आज क्या लग रहा है कि जो दुनिया के अमीर देश हैं, उनको लगता है कि हमें गरीबों की चिंता करनी है। गरीब देश को लगता है कि अमीर देश हमारी चिंता नहीं करते। यानी पहली बात यह है कि हमारी थिंकिंग प्रोसेस में देयर इज ए स्प्लिट। Those who are developed countries, they are thinking that it is their duty to think about the poor countries. And poor countries are thinking that they will have to help. Is it not necessary that globally those who are the thinkers, they must think in terms of the mankind, the human society, whether it is developed or undeveloped, or is it developing? The first, who is the taker and who is the giver? That mindset will have to change, that paradigm shift is required. The second thing is, we have different type of forums. G8 summit, now G20 summit, OPEC countries. Is there any space in these all organizations where a developing country can even enter? Can we have a modality? Can we shift our paradigm? That if G8 summit is there, we can invite 3-4 countries on that presentation meeting. And those who are poor countries, those who are developed countries, those who are underdeveloped countries, they can have their voice in that forum. There is no scope at all. Even to enter into the G8 summit, countries like India have to do the hard lobbying. So if we are talking about the inclusive growth, is it not necessary कि दुनिया के उन सारे देशों को भी, मैं ये नहीं कहता हूं कि एक साथ सब देश मिले, लेकिन कभी इन 2 देशों को बुलाया, उनकी आवाज सुनी जाए, कभी इन 4 देशों को बुलाया, उनकी आवाज सुनी जाए। अगर इस प्रकार से हम दुनिया के जितने फॉरम्स हैं जिसको हमने डेवलप किया है, उनमें ये इन देशों को हम स्थान देते हैं, उनकी आवाज सुनते हैं, नहीं सुनते, या हम अपनी सोच को उन पर डिक्टेट करते हैं। जब तक हम हमारी सोच को डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज को डिक्टेट कर पाएंगे, ब्रिज नहीं बनेगा, मिसमैच होगा, और अल्टीमेटली हम डिबेट करते रहेंगे, वी विल नॉट अचीव द गोल। द सेम थिंग, अगर हम सोचें 2 बड़े इंस्टीट्यूशंस को, वर्ल्ड बैंक एंड IMF, is it not necessary that we must democratize this both institutions if they are the powerful institution and they are dealing with the financial matters? We will have to democratize this World Bank and IMF. Do they have any representation from the developing countries in these forums? I don't see at all. There is a reservation, this is what I feel. If it is democratized and slowly you start giving entry to the different countries, the developing countries, then how this World Bank should think about it, how this IMF should think about it, how they will have to work for the other societies, I'm sure they can play a role unless and until there is no presence of the developing countries or underdeveloped countries at the macro level, at the global level. We cannot talk about the inclusive growth. If we are talking about the inclusive growth, we'll have to carry all the countries together and we'll have to take some decision as far as World Bank is concerned, IMF is concerned. The second thing I would like to mention about the UNO. How this UNO was started. United Nations, the main focus was, after Second World War, they were taking care of that. There should be no war again in the world. This war phenomena will spoil the human society. But what happened? यूएनओ में युद्धों को बंद करने का तो गौरव हो रहा है, लेकिन टेररिज्म के नाम से जो एक नया आउटलेट निकाला है, इट्स अ प्रॉक्सी वॉर एंड यूएनओ इज नॉट इन्फ्लुएंशियल एट ऑल. और सबसे ज्यादा जो गरीब देश हैं, अंडर डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज हैं, वे इसके कारण मुसीबतें भुगत रहे हैं.